All right, so this chapter marks a turning point not just for Samuel, but for the entire nation of Israel. For the first time, God speaks directly to the boy Samuel, beginning his calling as a prophet, while the spiritual leadership of Eli begins its final decline. The first part of this chapter covers a time of silence. In those days, the word of the Lord was rare. In those days, the word of the Lord was rare. There were not many visions. This opening sets the stage. Spiritual darkness. God wasn't speaking nothing, probably because the leadership, like Eli's sons, had corrupted the priesthood. Okay, but God is about to break the silence with the child. Okay, the second part of this chapter covers the Lord calls Samuel. One night, while Samuel is lying in the tabernacle, God calls him, Samuel. Thinking it's Eli, Samuel runs to him and says, Here I am. This happens 3 times. Each time Eli says, I didn't call you. Finally, Eli realizes what's happened and tells Samuel, If he calls you again, say, Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. Then the God calls Samuel a 4th time, and Samuel responds. This is the first recorded time God speaks to Samuel, and it's a powerful moment, okay? God chooses a child, not a priest, to speak to. The third part of the chapter covers the message of judgment. Okay, God gives Samuel a very heavy message for his first prophetic word. He's going to judge Eli's house because of the sins of Eli's sons. Okay, Eli knew what they were doing, but did not restrain them. Their sin, their sin was so severe that no sacrifice or offering can atone for it. Okay, it's a severe message, and God gives it to a young boy. That says a lot about how serious the situation is. Okay, the fourth part of this chapter covers Samuel delivers the message. Okay, the next morning Samuel is afraid to tell Eli what God said, but Eli insists. Tell me everything. May God deal with you if you hide anything from me. So Samuel tells him everything, no holding back. Eli responds, He is the Lord. Let him do what is God in his eyes, what is good in his eyes. Though flawed, Eli accepts God's judgment, a humble response at the end of the leadership, okay? And Samuel, the fifth part of chapter covers Samuel becomes a prophet. As Samuel grows, God is with him. All of Israel begins to recognize that Samuel is a true prophet. God continues to appear and reveal his word to Samuel at Shiloh. Okay, what are the key lessons from this chapter? The first one is God speaks to the willing, not just the powerful. Okay, Samuel was just a boy, but he was humble and ready to listen. Second lesson: spiritual silence isn't permanent. Even in dark times, God breaks through, often through unexpected people. Third lesson: God holds leaders accountable. Eli wasn't directly sinning like his sons, but his failure to act still brought judgment. Okay. Fourth lesson: when God speaks, speak with courage. Samuel didn't hide the truth, even though it was difficult. So the first Samuel chapter 3 shows how God raised up the leadership in time of his spiritual decline, okay? Through a faithful boy named Samuel, God begins to speak again to his people, okay? And prepare Israel for major changes ahead, alright? So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I see you in the next one.